What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Volunteer Tip Tuesday, where every Tuesday my goal is to give you a video that's going to give you practical help to help make you a better youth leader. Today I want to talk about discipline, which is something many youth leaders do not like to do, but it's important. We need to do it sometimes in our student ministries. This is simply, what do you do when a kid is talking, when a kid is doing anything they're not supposed to do, or they need to be redirected, they need to be told to stop, they need to get in trouble, I don't know, you know what I mean? And so I've got 3 R's that I've used over the years, and it's helped a lot. This is especially helpful for middle school ministry, and so if you're a middle school youth leader or high schoolers as well, but there's 3 R's of things you want to do with your students. Number 1 is request. Request means ask them, hey, can you stop talking to your friend during the preaching? Hey, can you stop kicking the wall? And you can just ask them, hey, would you please be nice about it, smile, ask them, request. I'm going to request them. That's the first step, okay? Anything they're doing, don't just get mad, don't yell, just request with a smile, with love. Hey, could you please stop? Hey, could you please stop talking? Hey, could you please stop messing around? Hey, could you please stop going on your phone in the middle of small group time? Request is the first one. You just ask them and you ask them nicely. Now, if you've got a lot of grace, maybe you request multiple times. Maybe they keep going on their phone, you don't want them on their phone, you keep asking them, and you maybe ask them once, twice, 3 times. You could just ask them once, or you could ask them multiple times, but if you want to move on to the second step beyond just requesting, you're not going to be like, hey, I told you, don't yell at a kid ever. What you want to do, after you've asked them multiple times, and they're still doing whatever it is that you've asked them to stop doing, the second part is reseat them. Now, not the kind of reseat that you get when you buy something at the store. I'm talking R-E-S-E-A-T. Move them to a different seat or a different place in your group or a different spot in the room. So if these 2 kids just keep talking and they won't stop talking and they're messing around and they're laughing, take one of them. The first way you can do it is you can just step in between them. Hey guys, I'm gonna sit right here. You just sit right between the 2 kids that are talking. That'll oftentimes solve it. Or sometimes you're gonna literally move them to a different section of the room if they're messing around, or just put them in a different seat that is not near where they just were. Usually that'll fix the problem. You know, now they're not with any of their friends to be able to cause any of the trouble, to cause any problem. Now it may fix it, it may not. So the second step is to reseat them. You can move them. If it's in a small group, you can do this. Move them from where they are, like separate them from their friends they're messing around with, put them on the other side of the circle, put them next to you. So reseat, or to move a kid, is step number 2. First you're gonna ask requests, then you're gonna reseat them, then step 3 is remove them, meaning take them out of the room altogether. Now if you get to this step, probably there's something serious going on where you've asked multiple times and they're continuing whatever it is behavior that they're doing. If you have to remove them, like take them out of the room, you're probably frustrated with them at this point as the leader. And so what I would suggest is you say, hey, come with me. And you take them out of the room, get another youth leader, get the youth pastor, get somebody to talk to that kid. Because what I've learned is that oftentimes when I have to remove a kid from the room, like kick them out of the room during the preaching, kick them out of your small group, kick them out of the room during worship or during a game, oftentimes when it gets to that level, there's something going on beneath the surface of a kid that's causing them to act out in such a way that they've been asked by you multiple times and they're continuing this behavior. I found many times this is one of our best ministry opportunities. You get a kid out of the room, he's been just obnoxious the whole time during worship. He gets outside of the room, he's sitting there, a youth leader comes up and says, hey, what's going on, man? Everything okay? You find out the kid just found out that his mom has cancer, or the kid just found out that his parents are getting divorced, or the kid is getting bullied big time in school, and he just doesn't know how to deal with it. And so I found that many times when a kid has to be removed, that's a ministry opportunity, and you want to take that and use it as a ministry opportunity. Sometimes you're not the best person to do that because you're angry at that kid, you're frustrated at that kid, but grab another leader and ask them, hey, can you go talk to that kid and make sure he's okay? First R is request. Second R is reseat. Third R is remove. If that doesn't help, maybe you've gone through all 3 R's, you've removed them from the room week after week after week. The fourth discipline step, and I wouldn't even say this is for most volunteer youth leaders, but maybe it is suspension. Like if a kid continually misbehaves, It's continually causing problems. We never want to do this because we want every kid there in our ministry, but if they just can't handle themselves, some kids, I've had to do this only a few times over the years, that we've literally suspended them. You cannot come for the next 3 weeks because of ABC. When that happens, we're talking to parents. Sometimes for the sake of your whole ministry, you got to do that. I hate when I have to do that, but sometimes we do. So, but never do that as a youth leader, as a volunteer, without consulting whoever's like in charge. Whether it's your youth pastor, your senior pastor, your lead pastor, whoever, to make sure that everybody's on the same page and parents are involved and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, discipline doesn't have to be hard. Always do it in love. Never yell at a kid. Keep your cool, keep your calm. We're here to love kids and point them toward Jesus, but sometimes we need to be the bad guys. And we need to tell them to be quiet. We need to ask them to put away their phones. We need to ask them to stop hurting other kids, all that kind of stuff. We're gonna request, and then we're gonna reseat. If that doesn't work, we're gonna remove. There's your 3 steps of how to discipline kids in youth ministry that's been helpful for me over the years. So, Volunteer Tip Tuesday, the 3 R's of discipline. Peace.